Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the reaction log. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Alright, we got a special spicy one here for you. It's a Reddit post. This one was actually brought to my attention by Last Chairbender, friend of the channel. You might have seen him in the comments. He's a channel member, by the way, and you can be too if you want to do that. There are no perks right now. It's only there to help me. Whoa, which I'm actually looking at this now. The poster of this comment is a Last Rainbender. He just assured me that he didn't post this, this would be a strange one, of course. Mainly because I'm not tutoring him on guitar. I wouldn't blame anyone for having a crush on me, of course. It's classical guitar, somebody has a crush on their guitar teacher. This sounds like one of my students, I don't know. So, I want to investigate to see if that is the case. And if it is, you know, I mentioned this in the last Reddit video, I don't want my students talking about me on the internet. Don't do it. I'm just kidding, you can say whatever you want. But let's investigate and see what we have going on here. So of course this will be listed as a general question. Sorry, I know this may not be the place to post this, and I don't know whether it will be deleted or not, but I have a massive crush on my guitar tutor, and no one blames you for that. He's a guitarist. He's kind of in a place of power over you. I know, it's natural. He isn't my official teacher. We are at the same age and he's studying conservatory at my university, for context. I wonder what that means. I wonder how they know each other then. He's incredibly talented and humble. Alright, so we can rule me out on this one. I lost it. You had me in that part, and then it went to this, and then it's like, okay, this is someone else. Also very funny and sweet. Hey! Again, it almost matches me. Not quite, though. He literally makes me fall in love with classical guitar, and I even missed him and lessons the minute I left him. Wow, just the minute you walk out of that practice room and you're just left empty. Yeah, that's how it is. However, he keeps things very professional. This doesn't sound like the average guitar teacher here. I have experience with this. I knew guitar teachers back in university who were like older than me. They were like master and doctoral students. And I've heard stories of them where they teach a remedial guitar class or something like that. You know, all the students are over 18 and whatnot. But I've heard some unsavory stories where people kind of cross the line and they end up doing something not professional. So, good guys, keeping it professional, and even though I'm taking the lessons for a month, he literally doesn't make any move. He's probably too busy practicing. The most disappointing thing about this is that you're not focusing on your guitar studies. You're too busy trying to get with your guitar teacher. If you want to impress him, do all your homework, do all your listenings, practice. I'm just kidding, that won't work. I don't know what that's saying about me as a teacher. I tried to send him mini signals, like buying him chocolate before the first lesson. Wait, did you know about him like before the first lesson? Did you already know you had a crush on him? Sending him Instagram reels about music? Okay. Great, good move right there. Asking him personal questions, like in the middle of lessons, about his concerts and stuff, and making excuses to talk to him. Okay, I think I figured it out. He's a classical guitar student at university, and he has concerts. He's probably too good for you. But he always gives me very professional answers and keeps the distance by almost not asking me any personal details. What kind of personal details do you want to give him? It's like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, nothing. Great, you have plenty of time to practice now. That's awesome. Have fun practicing. He makes jokes and smiles during practice and doesn't hesitate to grab and correct my hand when he sees a mistake. Ooh. Ooh, wow. Yet still never writes me except for lesson-related stuff. I assume you mean text or something. So I'm really confused, yet still it sounds like he's not interested. It sounds like this guy, I'm assuming he's a guy. I don't know why, that might say something more about me. It sounds like he's really focused in his studies. You know, maybe he's like a handsome guy. He's a talented guitarist. He's successful. He has gigs and stuff. Based on everything I'm reading, it sounds like he's very guitar focused. So maybe the best way to get his attention is to just practice and try to get as good as he can. That's my advice as a guitar teacher. So I'm really confused, yet still thinking about making a move as the last chance. You know, just hearing that, and this is general advice for anybody, all these little like mini signal stuff, I would just skip that entirely. If you like your guitar teacher, just ask them out. And that's not an invitation for my students, I'm taken. But I mean, just in general, if there's someone that you like, I think this is the best thing that this person could have done right here. Make the move. But it may cause me to lose my chance to take lessons and make things really weird. It's only weird if you are persistent after making that move. I feel like anyone can make a move and then it's done and that's it. You get a no, you're all good, and then you just move on. I don't know, I might be simplifying things. I've been out of the dating scene for a while. But this whole crush mentality where you're just hung up on one person and even though they reject you, you're still hung up on them, I just don't get. There's so many people out there. There's so many apps you can use and stuff. Just find somebody somebody else. Them saying no is like the greatest thing they could ever do for you, honestly, because then you don't have to think about it. It's just like, oh, it's done. All the mini signal stuff, though, you just never get a clear answer. You never know what to think. It's just a waste of time, and you do not have time that you can afford to lose because you haven't been practicing enough. I can tell, because you've been taking lessons for a month, and all you have to say about it is that you have a crush on your guitar tutor. You need to get your head out of your ass and practice. I really love the guitar, but I'm also extremely interested in him. It's a guy. All right, there we go. I'd really appreciate some wise advice. Well, hopefully I gave you some right there. Really interesting with this one. 0 upvotes and downvotes, 30 comments. Sounds like it was pretty mixed in this one. So this is the main reason why I wanted to jump into this. We need Sorehand's opinion on this. My opinion is here. Maybe you need to look yourself in your practice mirror that's in your practice room and fall in love with yourself a little bit and fall in love with your practice over doing this stuff. Because that's what he's in love with. Certainly not you. So, you know, something to think about. Personal improvement's always a good idea. Small problem. He is Sorehand. See, I don't know what that means. Yeah. Great to see someone mention him. Love his videos. Thank you, Gummy24. I appreciate it. Oh god, what happened here? Yeah, here we go. Hints and signals aren't going to cut it. First, he's a man, so there's a 99.2% chance he won't know you're sending signals. I feel like that's a thing when talking about guys. Like, oh, they're just oblivious to the signals. No, it probably just means they don't like you and they're not interested. I don't know, sorry. That's what I assume is happening. Like, if I were to send signals to someone and I get nothing, it's like, oh, well, alright. That's it. And second, due to the professional nature of your contact, even if he picks up on the signals, he will not act on them. I think that's mainly what's going on there. You're going to have to be 100% straightforward, direct, just in case we don't know what that means, and ask him out for a coffee or something. Or a jam sesh. That could be good too. God, this sounds like an anime right now. He shouldn't act on your signals. Due to the nature of your relationship, I would suggest switching teachers and asking him out. Oh, she ain't gonna do that. Come on now. Switch teachers so you can ask him out, and then you lose him forever if he says no. Wow, that's kind of a weird perspective, right? But it's true. Don't want to lose him forever. You gotta hold on to him any way you can. I don't know why I'm switching to this now. If he is truly a professional, he will understand both actions. He's probably not truly a professional because he is literally a classical guitar student. He's probably the least professional person I could ever imagine. God, I remember when I was in university for classical guitar, I was a mess. I was a complete mess. That being said, outside of the formality of an academic institution, a teacher-student relationship isn't really taboo, but could be awkward. It's a little taboo. That's what's kind of fun about it, right? He's stringing you along. Yeah, that's right. Perhaps you haven't set the right tone? Yeah, maybe go a little more dolce on this one. Have you considered plucking up the courage to ask him out? Maybe you need to act on your own accord. Okay, nice. Yeah, I think this one pretty much has it. Judging by his behavior, he either isn't interested or unwilling to act on it. I don't know where you live, but in the US, teacher/student relationships are frowned upon. Getting involved with a student could end my career. Well, I mean, it depends on who your students are. Are you a college professor? Because I don't think that's true in that case. So I keep everything strictly professional with my students. This is really bizarre without the context of what kind of teacher you are. Without more information, my suggestion is to get over it and switch teachers if you feel unable to. Getting over it's so hard, though. It's so hard to get over things like that. I know I was just saying how you should get over it if you're, like, rejected, but she wasn't really rejected yet. That's the thing. I don't have any good advice, but I'm cheering for you. Haha, still means a lot. Thank you. God, you know what's sad? This person is romanticizing this loser frickin' guitar student, thinking he's so great. What an awful choice for a mate. What is he gonna do with his life? Play guitar until he dies? How's he gonna feed their family? For the love of God, get out before the relationship even starts. In this guitar course you're taking, this is the greatest lesson you could have learned. Don't get involved. Steer clear. Practice your guitar. I will never get over the double standards on Reddit. If the genders were reversed, did we even have a gender? I've been assuming it's a girl. That's my own damage, though. This could very well be a guy. It doesn't say a girl. I mean, we have very little to go off of, except for, like, the avatar. But, I mean, like, that doesn't mean anything. Also, she... Okay, well, hold on. She allegedly does NSFW content. Alright, let's see. I'm waiting for the NSFW. This is all pretty normal so far. Oh wait, she has more relationship advice. Do I, 19F, have any chance with that guy, 19M, I like, or is it too late? Is this the guitarist again? For context, we have never dated. We're pretty close and spent so much time together. In guitar lessons, he's a true gentleman. Probably not guitar lessons then. Cultured and sweet. Okay, well, After we've known each other for 1 month, he confessed his feelings to me and he really likes me. I wanted to say yes. At this point, I decided to take my time since it's a bit early and wanted to make sure we're compatible. Actually, we wanted to be best friends first to make sure we can share a laugh and enjoy and get to know each other. Great. However, after 1.5 months from that, I still didn't really reply this period. We were still going as very good friends. All of a sudden, he started being really cold to me and said he is fed up with me not responding and lost feelings for me. Well, that is just something that's gonna happen, isn't it? It's not a big deal. Okay, well, let me go ahead and answer your question. Do I have a chance with this guy? I wouldn't. You guys aren't even dating and he's already getting upset at you for not responding and stuff. Just do it again. Try again. You're 19. You're 19, you have so much time. You don't need to have a chance with this guy. He's a freaking loser. Doesn't matter. And I'm saying that based on nothing. It's just he's a 19-year-old. I don't know. She met another guy for coffee, and then the other guy who got cold with her was upset. Oh my god. Also, one time at the most beginning of our friendship, he saw a dating app on my phone, which I literally forgot existed. It was the beginning of a friendship. Who cares? Everyone has a freaking dating app when they're single. And deleted it immediately after, and apparently it makes him uncomfortable. So because of those, he lost all feelings. Good. Good riddance. You don't need him. He's just a guy. There are tons of guys. Can someone please explain what are the names of these? This is just some random 19-year-old girl's Reddit account. What are the names of these and how to play them on guitar? I don't know. Why don't you ask the guy that's giving you guitar lessons? How do men perceive women who always want to go 50-50 on dates? We perceive them very well. That's epic. Oh yeah, we were on this. I will never get over the double standards on Reddit. If the genders were reversed, everybody would be calling Opie a total creep and subhuman and telling him to keep it in his pants. And for good reason. I mean, we're talking about adults here. I think it's fine. That's why I think clearly defining boundaries is a good idea. Like, obviously, you're coming into the situation like it's a tutoring thing. You're allowed to ask someone out, though. Like, that's fine. Just don't be persistent about it. And I think finding a new teacher is probably a good idea, too, if this is going to be, like, a problem for you. This is a professional relationship. Do not ask him out. Do not hit on him. He is just doing his job. If you can't keep it professional, then get a new teacher. Leave the poor guy alone. Oh yeah, I'm sure he's having a real hard time with that one. As a guitar teacher, this is quite frustrating to read. Yeah, dude, guitar teachers, we just get hit on all the time. It is so hard for us. It seems like even though he is ignoring your hints to keep it professional, as he should, you keep trying to pursue him. This will only make his job harder and make him uncomfortable. As teachers, we are mentors to our student, and not only is it a big responsibility, but it also shapes the way we see our pupils. There is, or shouldn't be, absolutely no room for any sexual tension, and if you bring a romantic vibe into the classroom, it will ruin the work he is doing and put him in an extremely uncomfortable spot. If a student of mine tells me she's attracted to me, it would taint everything we have been working on. I couldn't keep teaching her because it would make me question if she really wants my tutoring and if she actually wants to grow as a guitarist. So, after gathering all this information, here is what you should do. And this is literally the plot of, like, romantic animes. Keep leaving subtle hints, don't ever be direct, and just crush on them for your entirety of your time in university. And maybe at the end of your senior year, you guys might kiss, and that'll be, like, a really big moment. And that's how I'd handle that situation. Yeah, alright, well, that was that one. Feel free to post your own opinions in the comments section, of course. Do you think this was handled appropriately? Do you think my advice holds? Let's go ahead and wrap this one up here. So, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Of course, if you want some guitar lessons, completely platonic, there's gonna be nothing going on other than learning music. I am fully booked right now, but go ahead and send it anyways to introduce yourself and I'll see that. Of course, head on down over to Rootin's Delight for some merch. Boom, merch, all that stuff. And Patreon, channel members. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.